Hello, all lovely degenerates. Today I'm back with Doki Literature Club, and we're going to finish it off with this last one called Equals. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen in this one other than, I don't really know because we already got to the apology. Everyone's together, I guess. I don't know. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do with the festival, you know? Oh. Yuri and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so this plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we can take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get most of them before the line gets too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine. Go ahead. Alright, so basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I just got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really got a shot of showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes. I was just joking. That's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how we can come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each other talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. What could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah. Well, embarrassing. But you'll have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a literature club. We can talk about all that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit. I need a break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, you can start. I don't mind. Yay. So, gosh, it really feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seems like it would be a safe place to express myself, you know? Like if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature and I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at the same time, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped me give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and Yuri joined, and she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. but I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's needs. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new memories we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayuri tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayuri and I were able to be friends because we always think about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. By staying in the club, thanks to that, I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. It really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all those wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute now I'm about to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayuri. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well, for me, it's actually true, so. Oh, what are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so someone else can take the turn. My heart. Sayuri, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me while I show off. I was just following up on Sayuri. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh, no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen, you know? Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No, I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey. Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff, but I guess when it comes to it, is that I'm in a better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me to realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it was all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the first thing to do was to just ignore them. To me, it took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was just being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I can never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring some happiness. It really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worth the respect. It even inspired me to start playing music, piano. That's something that means a lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her tears. You helped me a lot too. It's just so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or incompetent or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us having some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. Dude, what? What happened? I just happened. I heard like a weird sparkling effect. Did I put that on? What? Did something happen? What? Did something happen? What's going on? What? I think I might actually be going crazy. Did something happen? I swear something happened. I heard it. I'm not going crazy. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so I can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I was such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the same mistake multiple times, thinking that my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I just needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is help guide people rather than do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. Oh my god, she said the thing of the line, the title of the screen equals. I think that's more important. I've gotten out of the club. Realizing what that really means. Sayuri, what are you doing? I just thought we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayuri writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took a club for me to realize that there was more to it than that I thought. And I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sayuri writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a relationship, friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people and not just myself, all things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalks. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could just ask. Monica hands her chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki signs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still did a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone. And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come and with only 4 members. Yeah. I have so many happy thoughts in it right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club dispersed and returned to the desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and start writing immediately. Sayuri stretches, then does the same, but Monika's left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Just move your hand. Monica mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Oh my gosh, this is so inspirational. I love it. Honestly, Doki Doki Literature Club, I think, has like a really special place in my heart. Because it's a really good game. I like it. And I'm sad that Google hates everything about it. Even though it's like, it's an understanding of people. I don't know, people are just weird, I guess. I definitely know this takes place, I think, like before the original game. And it was just like fun little side stories to get to know the characters more, because you get to see the characters and get to know them, but you don't really get a lot of information about them before they like start to go crazy and kill each other. So yeah, seeing them like this before the MC comes is really cool. I'm pretty sure there's a picture of the main character that looks insanely different from what People Die was. They made him like sort of a like less broader shoulders and made him like the most basic hair. But honestly, the one we got, I think, fits it more because it makes him. It just makes sense, I guess. Yeah, so many people made or like went on to continue this game with the side stories and other things. Thank you, dear player, for joining our story of friendship and literature. Yeah, I love it. I believe there's emails as well for each one. Made with love by Team Salvato. Like, I think they didn't like attach an AI into one of the into a Monica. That was beautiful. I love it. It actually didn't take that long. Alright, mail. There it is. Yeah, it goes all the way back from 2019. What? How long does it... Oh, it goes like this. There you go. I made some headway with VM2. Don't get too excited. It's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection. But it occurs to me that I could at least run a memory dump through some pattern analysis routines to see if we can decipher any digital data from their VM. I didn't want to hog all the server time on a hunch, but I have some preliminary results that indicate the presence of binary computer systems. Based on this, I'm going to schedule 3 days of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear to be binary data. If successful, we'll definitely be able to find some encoded text that get our first tiny glimpse of VM2. Don't mind me though, just keep going nuts on VM1 and hopefully I'll have more to share. Yeah, Metaverse Enterprises from Rio Teeter. Has anyone evaluated the side effects that might be caused by sharing a memory pool between multiple VMs rather than allocating them separately? I'm looking at some of the files VM1 is generating, and I'm finding some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence that this is actually affecting the inside of the VM itself, so I don't think this is a priority. But it's definitely worth noting. My best guess is that memory being freed from VM2 isn't getting zeroed out, which technically gives VM1 access to all the info I have. We'll go into issue tractor, but I wanted to check if anyone else already noticed something along those lines. Ethics. Simply put, it's not our job to decide upon some codes of ethics that just because we're the first ones to do this to our knowledge. That's the government job to figure out long after we've made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to apply ethical reasoning to this anyway, because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge and understanding of life forms, similar to ourselves. We don't have ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for the creatures that we can convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our VMs operate completely different from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than a machine that's programmed to print. I feel sad. We're engineers, not philosophers. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to VM affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to our universe? How can we present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? A related note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and it runs the risk of drawing. Hey, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. It would get 404 in a microsecond. Are you just relying our tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, e.g. not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation. The control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. This makes me speculate that Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she should have had to manufacture this character herself as a way to forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such a limited and dissociant personality traits, or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on an anomaly of this character appearing. Oh, okay, so she created the MC, and that's why we're seeing through it. That's cool. Thank you to everyone who worked hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to dedicate delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the character lives here, and they're that different a little bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So I'm keeping track. We all have like 5 different universes in total, with 3 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. As real as ours is anyway. Okay, so they created the control simulation, and Monica has limited access to that, but she's still able to influence it, I think. I'm on a leave for the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need a scheduled service time. But I expect my jobs to run for a few days. Since we've collected so much data this week, how about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? Have a nice weekend. I think this is like all of them, so I don't think we're getting anything new for this game, but it's still really good. I like the stuff that we got, like there's a wallpaper for all of them. I think I collected from completing it. All the little new arts. I believe this is our stickers. I think I remember seeing these as stickers. And then there's the poems you can get when you some of them I think are stuff. I think this is all from the original game that I played. After a while I got used to all of the suicidal stuff. Oh, these are new, I believe. Yeah, you can only get these when you do like specific routes, and these are like all the pictures you can get from the original game. And these are the new ones for the whole game. I don't think this whatever was there. I forgot how to get that, but that's really cool that it's there. And there's like the special poems you can get, like "Can you hear me?" There's probably something like if you brighten it, you can see through it. There's like stuff that I'm probably not allowed to read out loud on Twitch. Yeah, the little dot thing, that's cute. A man walked to the club. And this is about, I'm pretty sure this is about like before it. But it's really cool how they did this, and like the little backgrounds you can get from in the new ones. And then there's the concept art. Like, this is what they were supposed to be like. There's like what they were. And these are like the special ones for like the little sketches for each one. This is one that never appeared. Apparently this is the MC character that I think Monica created. But she looks insanely different from like the character that people created for him. Like when people were creating a design for this guy, and this was the design for that guy for over 4 years, I think. Like from before this game came out, and then people started using this one, which honestly I like this one a lot better than the other one. The other one felt like it felt too small and twink-y sort of. This one looks like a lot more broader. It looks like something that actually would be an anime character. So that was cool. Things you can get, the sketches, this concept art for how they ended up creating it. And there's the little more art this a lot of times. More concept art. It was really cool. I believe I'm only there's like stuff, I think. little things, little messages you can get from it. Whoops. Can't do anything. I hate this. These were stuff that I think like Monica was trying to go through. I don't think they're continuing this at all. I believe the guy Dan. I believe he's doing his other things, and the creator and the artist for Doki Doki, I believe, was like creating this one where like some kind of like giant. You could date like a giant girlfriend. I'm not sure. It's interesting. I would say. I've never seen that kind of thing before, but sure. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.